around the corner, so the planning commission did not meet in the month of January. So I've been acting chair last year. I'm guessing we're going to meet in this month, but I have not spoken to anybody to see whether we have any agenda items to bring us together. We did have a steering committee meeting for the comp plan, which I'm happy just to briefly go over what that was. So we are calling ourselves, we have been calling ourselves the Lower Frederick Township Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee. You're on top of it. Right now, your members are myself, Crystal Gilchrist, Ernie Schmidt, who just left a few minutes ago, Pam Wright, who's back there. Crystal and I have been sharing responsibilities as chair. Crystal, as many of you know, was on the planning commission for a bunch of years, and she works now for the county. She's a professional engineer in traffic. Her specialty is in traffic planning and design, so I understand it. And so she essentially works right next door to Julia, who is our planner, who's assisting us. Having her as part of this effort is huge. That saves us a lot of time and effort. So what we focused on in our January meeting was really, public outreach. We want to have, obviously public meetings down the road, and so you got to start thinking how you're going to approach people. Are you going to try to do something, put things in the lobby here? Are you going to try to do a website? Just sort of brainstorming how we're going to make an outreach to people. Perhaps there could be some signage put in local businesses advertising these types of things. So there was some discussion on that. And and Julia, our planner, did talk about, the necessary, or I should say, the logical steps of the comprehensive plan process. January was our kickoff meeting. And then there's a fairly long phase which involves analysis, which is really Julia, the professional planner, is looking at, what have we done? Looking at our ordinances, looking at all the other things that we have developed over the years to try to get a snapshot of where we're at as a community. So that's a fairly big piece of work there, and that's what she's engaged in now. But the primary part where we would kick off and do starting to get the task force would be our first public engagement. There will be at least 2 of them, but the first one we're tentatively planning for May. We haven't picked an exact date, but somewhere around the middle of May. I think the consensus was we wanted to have the first meeting of the summer, otherwise it's not going to happen until September. And we thought that if we committed to May, then we had a date to work towards and help push the process along and get things going. So, just for the public, we are always interested in people attending meetings. Obviously, people, as our supervisor mentioned, if you're interested, to send letters of interest to the township. I guess it should be addressed to the township manager. We do meet on the 3rd Thursday of each month, so our next meeting is on the 21st of this month, and we meet at 6 p.m. and we run until 7:30 p.m. And at 7:30 p.m. we will then start the planning commission meeting immediately after that. So that's a little bit of a change that we've done in the past. Because the last few years we started planning commission at 7, so we actually have pushed that back half an hour so we have a little bit more time for the steering committee meeting. And the only other thing I wanted to mention regarding planning commission, since I'm also on our regional, participated in that, for the Montco 2040 grants, I'll contact Julie, I'm sure she's on top of it. You want to have a letter of support from the region for your grant application. So we don't meet during the month of February, but at our last meeting, I let them know that we will probably need some letters of support, and there was agreement that we can provide those letters of support. So that was sort of voted on, voted on back in January. So we're good in that case. What I need really is the writing, so that I can get it, or we can get it, whoever needs to get it, to Julia, who gives it to, who gives it to, who gives it to, and it gets to our president, and they sign it. So we will need that. Any questions you can ask. That's it.
On that note, just to kind of echo what you're saying, I think Terry Frederick, as our manager, if he could provide that write-up to you, Chuck, I think that would be ideal. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, either that or, sorry. If Julia has something that you want her to send to you, that'll probably make your life easier.
Yeah, I think she was going to do something like that.
Yeah, I think she was just looking to make sure that you were all on, the board was on board with the project. Great.
Thank you, Chuck.
And we have, I just want to echo what Chuck is saying. This comprehensive plan process is really important. It's really our vision for the future, what our community will look like. So I would encourage all of you here, your neighbors, your friends, your family, other people you know, get involved in this process. You can give as little or as much time as you can. But it's only going to be successful if the community is involved and every, size, shape, occupation, interest from everybody to make this a success. So please come to the meetings. If you can't come to the meetings, let the steering committee or our manager know you're interested and get involved in a task force.
I also want to mention another thing. Sorry. It's on the topic of planning commission. There's been an open seat on the planning commission for the past couple months. I'd like to move that we appoint Dan Orff to sit on the planning commission.
We have one candidate, and we interviewed him, just so I want to let you all know that. And Dan Orff was the candidate.
I'll second.
Any questions? Comment from the board?
You still want it?
Okay. I call for a vote.
Aye.
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 Just once, Terry, if it's possible, when we have somebody new coming in, if we have any zoning books or anything that we can just have available so we can get them to dance. I don't know if we have any good ones around anymore, but that's what we used to do, is give them whatever materials.
Thank you. Okay, Parks and Rec.
Pam Reich, Vice Chair. Just very quickly, we had a visitor to our meeting this week. Phil Smith presented a proposal for a concept for a mural to be put on the Delphi hardware wall down on the road. And the Park Board is considering that. We like the idea, but given our funding issue right now, we're kind of waiting to see how things fall out before we make a decision on supporting that or not, but that's now joined our list of possible projects. We also had new members joining us this week, Pam Hartman and Lee Stevenson joining on the committee, so we've got two new members there. And we've planned some of our recreational activities. Our Fall Fest will be October 12th this year. The Lower Frederick concert will be on August 15th at Coble Park. The Easter egg hunt will be April 20th at Coble Park. We are going to do, as I reported earlier, the Cedar Hill cleanup in concert with Perkiomen Watershed Conservation on April 6th. That'll be 9 to noon over there. If you're interested in participating as a volunteer to help with the pickup, you can sign up either on the PWC website, or better yet, contact either Donalyn or myself. I'm the primary coordinator. We're keeping a head count so we know how much equipment and materials to have available for folks. So please let us know if you're going to attend. And then the Centennial, of course, is September 28th, and not much new to report on that. Other than that, they've now decided it's going to go 9 to 5. It'll be at the Upper Frederick Township, and we're in the process of putting together the funding ask letter to go out to all local businesses to ask for donations to support that activity. And that's pretty much it.
Just one question.
Yes.
All of those events that you mentioned, are they on our events calendar?
That's a good question. I will check and make sure. I believe they've been forwarded to Bonnie, but I don't know. I'll make,
Somebody come up quick, so.
yeah, we'll make sure they get on there. I will do that.
Thank you. All right, old business,
Sorry, I can jump in. The Board of Supervisors tasked me with finding an executive recruitment firm to assist the board in their search for a new township manager. I focused my efforts on firms that have significant public sector executive search experience. I presented to the board two firms that are very well known in the area. The one firm is associated with Albright College. It's their Center for Local Government Excellence. The second is Lafayette College, their Meyer Center. At Lafayette, their Associate Director is Dave Wadlam, and at Albright, their Director is Paul Jansen. I want to emphasize that both of these firms are excellent firms, and both firms have very good reputations. The price for the Albright search was $7,000. The price for the Lafayette College was $6,000. My recommendation to the board this evening would be to enter into a contract with Lafayette College for the purpose of recruitment of your new township manager. I want to spend a minute that a little bit of a background on Dave Wadlam. Dave has extensive experience as a borough manager, township manager, and for the last 12 years, Mr. Wadlam has been engaged in over 50 executive recruitments throughout the, again, public sector, throughout the Bucks, Chester, Montgomery, and Lehigh counties. So I think he'd be well served by going with Mr. Wadlam.
So this will be a motion to approve the contract with Dave Wadlam dated January 23, 2019, as presented, for an amount not to exceed $6,000. We have a motion?
I'll move.
Second. Second. Any questions? Questions from the floor? A vote? Aye. Aye. So, okay, move on to public comment. So there's, on the agenda is appointment of the township secretary. This is necessary for certain forms, state-related forms. It's not necessarily the secretary as one might imagine in the township realm. It's a role that should be fulfilled. So there's a motion to have the supervisors assume that position.
I move that we appoint Marla Exter as Township Secretary.
I'll second. Any questions? Any comment on the floor? Go for a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, and just one other thing. We had an executive session before this meeting on personnel matters.
Any more old business? Now we move on to public comment. We have any public comment? Yes, Mark. Stand up.
Warren Jacobs, Fulmer Road. Has anything happened as far as forming the EAC, appointing members, or anything like that?
But the board is in the process of interviewing candidates. First, I want to point out that we have posted on our website that the EAC has been formulated and the board has been looking for candidates. It's been on our website for at least 5 weeks now. At this point, if memory serves me correctly, we have 8 or 9 candidates. I believe we've interviewed approximately 4 at this point. So we have to, it's the intention of the board to interview anyone and everyone that's interested in the position. And once the board gets through the interview process, then they'll schedule a vote at their next public meeting.
Yeah, and our goal is to get this done as quickly as possible. And unfortunately, we did not complete that by tonight, but hopefully at our next meeting, we'll be able to make those decisions.
Thank you. Any more comment?
Phil Smith. I had submitted to the Board of Supervisors as well as the planners of the township a letter dated January the 28th. I wanted to make sure that the board has been in receipt of my letter, and I would like a part of the public record speaking to the issue of adequate data being collected for any further discussions and planning for the associated issues of Melbourne Hill and sewer extensions into other areas of the township. So I guess I'm just making a request for confirmation that you're in receipt of that letter and it is made part of the public record.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other comment?
Local government 107 Water Road. I'm presently zoning hearing board chairman, and I'm also treasurer on the regional ambulance, which is housed here, and I'm also on the regional police effort. I do have a question I'd like to direct to the supervisor, Sachs. My question is, because it's a concern, was there an advertised public meeting where it was discussed and deliberated, and a decision and a motion made to remove me as the regional police facilitator?
Not that I know of. We never had a meeting.
Supervisor Lighty, the same question? So that as far as you're concerned, the majority says that I'm still a regional police facilitator? Okay.
I don't think they said that. I don't think you were ever officially appointed. This is an informal group.
I disagree. Here's something that memorializes me on township letterhead as the regional police facilitator. I conducted all the public meetings. I made also made all the slide presentations, which was 100% approved by the state. It shows on township letterhead in 3 locations. And the supervisors are here. This is on March 8th. It says Bill McGovern here, Bill McGovern here, Bill McGovern here. It says regional police concept, Bill McGovern facilitator. I didn't put that on there. That was put on there by the township.
Yeah. Well, I think it might be helpful to clarify that we're in the next stage of the regional police process. And at this stage, we've gone through the first stage, which was to introduce the concept to our neighbors, to see who is interested, to get the letters of intent. We're now in the next phase, which is discussions among the localities of what's going to happen next. And it's most appropriate at that phase for the members of that group to be managers and elected officials.
I disagree with the supervisors think about that. Is that going to be the way volunteers are treated as township now? Once you get to a certain point, you don't get them anymore? Is that how this works?
Again, I'm just speaking for, since I am the supervising member of that. Your participation was appreciated. We wouldn't be here without you, Bill, and you know that. None of us would be here without your work. But at this stage, there are no volunteers from other localities. And And so it isn't really right for one person from Lower Frederick who's not an elected official or a manager to be a member of that group, when the other localities don't have that.
Well, I didn't come here to discuss it, but I will now that you brought it up. I've been trying to get the other members of municipalities involved. And Supervisor Marla Hector has shot me down for the last 8 months and will not include the other members of the regional police study. Ron Stern from the state said that we're supposed to get together and we're supposed to engage the group. We're supposed to go to the other regional police departments and see how they operate. Go to their commission meetings and ask them questions on what they've done, what's good, what's bad, what's not. Marla Hector said, no, 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 no. I got 3 emails right here where she said, do not invite the others. Well, when I go around and make representation to people that we're going to do this regional police facilitator thing, by the permission from the township, people have put their trust and confidence in me, and they expect me to look for their best interest. And I feel we have not been doing our job for the last 8 months by just not including them at all. Supervisor Marla Hector makes all the decisions for 4 municipalities. And how's that right? Now, I was going to conduct this by just giving this information to the board. But being as Marla Hector wants to discuss it, we can also discuss, if you'd like, the email that you sent, the disparaging email about me to the state. Now, should this be an executive session?
I don't know what this is, so.
It's an email Marla Hector sent to the state, to our representative at the state. I think you probably should hear it.
Sent out to
And he sent it to
public
me.
official, then
And he sent it to me.
not privileged in any way.
That's what he said. So I want to read it. Again, I didn't come here to read this, but I didn't like what I heard. The email says, "Hi Ron, I was unable to reach you by telephone, so I'm sending this email. I got off the phone with Ron Kershaw. He's our other rep. We meaning plural. And you just heard the 2 supervisors say that they feel that I'm still on as the regional police facilitator. It doesn't say I, it says we. The email came from Marla Hector to Ron Stern at the Department of Community and Economic Development. It says, we are having some issues here with Bill McGovern, taking it upon himself to be the self-appointed representative of the regional police effort. Bill does not represent Lower Frederick or the regional police effort." That's not what I just heard. Who's making decisions here? Are either of you aware of this email?
No, I'm not.
You're not aware of it. So it wasn't discussed with you. It was just sent. Were you copied on the email?
Well, Bill, you're
No,
not
I have the floor.
elected representative.
I have the floor. Mr. Chairman, make sure I have the floor.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, Ron Stern was sent this email. He's livid because he knows I've been the facilitator all this time. He's absolutely livid and doesn't want to deal with Marla Hector. Call him and ask him. It's a terrible thing because, like I said, for 8 months, I have been trying to involve the rest of the committee. There is no committee formed. Now, the committee is concerned about cost.